Hi, I'm Darrell,
And I'm Elia.
and we are Black Nerdy Scholars. Welcome back, scholars everywhere.
Hello,
Welcome
my
back,
scholars.
nerds everywhere.
My baby
Welcome back,
scholar
blacks No, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
girls. Whoa.
It fit the pattern. That's a joke. Don't cancel me.
We're in Minecraft.
We're in Minecraft. Yeah. Hey, how have you been?
I'm actually writing my chapter again. Well, actually, I haven't written anything.
Okay.
You know, you gotta do all that shit before you actually write stuff.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I finished Interview with the Vampire, so I'm going back to rewatch the show, which is taking longer. Of course, like I watched like 5 episodes yesterday, but I'm like, dang, all the pausing I have to do.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
To collect quotes and stuff and timestamps. And then I got like tired of doing timestamps, so I started getting lazy, and I was like,
one thing about text that's good for research, you can copy and paste. If you can get a digital copy of something, you can just copy and paste, and that's really nice.
It's so easy with books.
It's so easy.
But then you get to like a TV show, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
Especially if there's not like a publicly available script, like it's just you and your freaking Google Doc.
More scripts publicly available? Like, why? I mean, I guess obviously these programs are built to be watched.
Yeah.
But that's also true for plays. Like, plays are built for the stage, yet there are tons of like most people that study a play will do it via reading.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it, because like most people won't be watching a play, but you can't, like, TV shows are generally more accessible, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because we're nerds, but I like seeing the screenplay and just seeing how we actually got to the point of the movie. Even when I'm like writing about it in school, I just feel like that just adds so much value, seeing like with the screenwriter, how they like envisioned it purely like as a written text of sorts. Like I remember when of course when movies get really popular, and then a lot of times they'll drop the scripts, especially if they're like submitting it to be considered for awards and stuff. So like with Sinners, I remember being really excited when the actual Sinners script got posted and stuff, and just seeing all his stage directions and shit. But yeah, Interview with a Vampire, no. I actually did find that Anne Rice herself adapted her own book into a play, and it's different than the books, but I don't know. I don't think it actually
like she wrote a stage play.
Yeah, she wrote a stage play adaptation of her own book, which I found accidentally because I wanted the script.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I think that's interesting. It does feel like I was gonna say it feels like that happens more often now, but I don't know if that's true. I think the thing I was visualizing instead, which is a totally different thing, how it does feel like there are a lot of books these days that are written as if they are screenplay. Do you know what I mean?
Say more.
So like, new movie that's gonna come out soon, Children of Blood and Bone.
Yeah.
Right, that movie's coming out. I own that book, and I've read the first third of the book, but then I stopped because I thought it was a little boring. Oh, who said that? I did. I said that. I thought it was a little boring. I thought it was fine.
I think it was okay, but you know,
it's a solid okay. It is. I think there were a bunch of texts that came out around the same time that were definitely written by people that were fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while reading Children of Blood and Bone, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. I want to give it another try because I also am very judgy.
No,
I'm very
judgy
and pretentious, and so it's like I want to give it a fair shake.
There does feel like a section of YA fiction that is obviously inspired by I don't want to say big three, but the very prominent YA fiction of our youth, and they all kind of, a lot of them read as if like, okay, I get it, you really liked Harry Potter, I did too growing up, but I don't want to read this thinking like, okay, this is just
this is hyperbolic, but it's like a bunch of people that went, what if Draco Malfoy had Zuko's arc?
No.
Is kind of what it feels like.
No.
is that I know that's not literally it, so don't crucify
but no,
me.
It's
but
right.
Also that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. But to the point I was making before, the thing that I think unsettled me the most about, not maybe unsettled is too strong of a word, but to me it felt like what I was reading really wanted to be a movie or a TV show, I guess, to be more specific. But it just feels like a lot of later millennial fiction is being written by people who were socialized predominantly by film and TV.
Oh,
and so it makes sense for the language of storytelling that we and I that includes me, that I'm not better than these motherfuckers. I'm not like, oh, I understand the true form of the novel. Like that's not what I'm saying. I am also afflicted where the way I think about stories is in like filmic story beats. I think about choreography and framing and pacing in those ways as opposed to in like novelistic ways. So it makes sense that so many texts these days, like you want to read Sally Rooney, which are books that are almost like millennial TV shows, right? They're waiting to be adapted. Just looking at Summer I Turned Pretty, heated rivalry, off campus.
Stop.
What else is it? What else is
Don't you say all these words to my face.
It's like all there are a bunch of texts that right now it's like I bet if I read the original novel, it would feel like a show.
I'm like, when was The Summer I Turned Pretty written? Like,
when was The Summer I Turned Pretty written?
Because I'm like, it's pretty old, so I didn't consider it part of like that group of texts you were talking about, because I'm pretty sure it's just really bad early 2000s why, like, do you
2009
know
2009
To All the Boys I
Love Before.
Honestly, I feel like these are pre what you're saying, just because when these books were written, I don't think it was like in the realm of possibility like, oh, my shit is potentially going to get adapted. Like, it's kind of like, oh, this is just going to be read by a certain specific sect of women, very niche. But I do think once after and like Kissing Booth and all those movies became a thing, I do think that became an increasing problem of like, I want to be the next Colleen Hoover. I want to get my
I hear your point. And I think there is a reparative read to how I described millennials' relationship to fiction. And I concede that point where it's like I think a lot of those earlier is definitely pre 2015, really not that he has anything to do with it, but like pre the Trump era, like pre 2016. Those, you're probably right, a lot of them just kind of interacted with each other, because I think that earlier school of what we're talking about is like where the Hunger Games fits in.
Yeah.
Right? Where it might not have been written with the intention of being this massive film franchise, but also it has become the kind of the text for the books that do become this.
Because, I think all the children after that definitely.
But I also want to correct, or not correct, I do want to like widen the view too, because a lot of the text that I gave as an example kind of have the same demographic, right? Like a lot of those are kind of for young women. And so I also know that Little Fires Everywhere was written in 2017, also wanted to be adapted into book.
I read like half of that.
Station 11, and these are all women. I'm sure that there are masculine. Where are the maybe where are the boy books?
What do boys read?
What do boys read? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's because the boys are reading what? The boys are reading comics, and so we get those movies. Because isn't Brandon Sanderson finally working on like a Mistborn?
I feel like the closest to boy books. I feel like well, I feel like with stuff like. I remember there was like a nice unisex kind of like I remember in my childhood books maybe felt a little more unisex. Like for example, like Harry Potter, I read that and I'm like, okay, Harry's a boy, obviously, but I didn't feel like, oh, this is like a boy book. And same with like Percy Jackson. I felt like they were kind of like every kid kind of vibes. Versus like, boy shit, get out of here, girl.
I do think that's interesting. And while I agree with you, I do want to ask how much of that is still influenced by gender, because I'm thinking, well, one of the things I'm watching with some of my D&D group here, we're watching Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood specifically, and the original manga is written by a woman, and I feel like if we're talking about Full Metal Alchemist, that I can easily point to that kind of unisex feeling, right? Like even though the protagonist, a boy, like in Harry Potter, and we're not praising Harry Potter, like fuck turfs, like Harry Potter and Edward Elric, despite being boy protagonists, the worlds felt very it didn't feel as marginalizing of the settings and the world building didn't like push the women to the side, versus something like, comparing to Fullmetal Alchemist, something like Naruto, that's boys, that's boy shit, right?
Yeah,
right. And so like there were definitely boy things when we were kids, maybe to your point, I don't know, like what,
because
boys, I read like sorry, go ahead.
Because the two things you listed, like Harry Potter and Full Metal Alchemist, were made by women. So I guess in my head, I'm like, okay, now I want to think about like Percy Jackson, because I know that was written by a man. But I want to know like why.
How do you feel then, like using this unsexed lens, or capturing this unsexed feeling when it comes to demographic? Do you think Percy Jackson felt particularly boy? Because I thought it was, compared to Harry Potter. For me, Percy Jackson was for boys and Harry Potter was for like intended for girls, or I guess more liked by girls, even though I read both.
I didn't feel like Percy Jackson felt more for boys, at least growing up. Like I wouldn't have separated it at all from like Harry Potter and how I like viewed it. Maybe also because of like what Percy is dealing with, it didn't feel necessarily like super like, this is for boys. Like, he's this kid, he got ADHD, he got dyslexia, he don't know his fucking dad.
Sure.
And now he has to go to camp with all these people. But do you know what like made you feel like it was more I guess just more something directed towards boys versus like Harry Potter per se?
Yes. I think two reasons. One was clearly environmental. The girls in my class liked Harry Potter more than they liked Percy Jackson.
Okay, that's so interesting.
Right? It's just, I loved Percy Jackson. A couple of my friends loved Percy Jackson, but none of the girls seemed to, that did not resonate, at least not openly, to any of the girls that I went to school with while it was coming out, especially not in the same way Harry Potter did. And then two, I think the action in Percy Jackson is different. I think Percy Jackson has fight scenes in a way that Harry Potter like doesn't. Like they duel a couple of times in Harry Potter.
That's fair. It's more action heavy.
But I don't know. And also, I was gonna say also. Actually, no, that's not true. I was gonna say also Harry Potter leaned into the romance more, but that's not true at all. No. Off rip, he was looking at Annabeth like, "I need you.
Yeah,
I need you." from the age of 11.
Because I felt like Harry Potter was more like, oh, they're friends, they're kids, and then you get to like the last book, and it's like, all right, actually, I have hormones.
Right. Yeah.
Like if anything, I felt like the romance was better in Percy Jackson. I don't know. J.K. Rowling felt very better. Damn.
But
I felt like the pairings made more sense in Percy Jackson, perhaps, than Harry Potter.
Sure. But I don't think the romance, like, as much as I think a lot of boys and men might rally against this, but boys like romance. You know what I mean? But it's not necessary. It's not socialized to be necessary in the media that boys and men consume. In a way that, like, especially when we were young, a publisher's not gonna publish a YA book for girls that doesn't have romance. Like, they're not gonna do it.
And you know what's interesting?
Or they didn't do it.
I'm thinking about, I don't know why, my brain, when you went boys romance, I just thought about how I keep seeing Naruto videos where Naruto's talking about Sasuke, and they're just like some of the most romantic lines I've ever seen in anime, but they're about the homie. Like, not even about whatever I was gonna say, but yes, quick digression. I would say even further than not being socialized, like, it's a little stigmatized. Like, you can't be caught enjoying.
Did I catch you liking a girl? I'm gonna make fun of you now. Hey, everybody, check out my son. He likes a girl. I don't know why I gave him that twang. I don't know why that character spoke like that.
Is that Rusted as the girl with the pearl earring?
yeah. Kenny had that.
I'm dead.
Had that, commissioned. Yeah.
I love you.
Why were we talking about Harry Potter? Oh, film, but book to screen adaptations.
Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of novels these days are a lot of people's way of stepping into the end industry that they actually want to be in, which I don't think is I don't want to say is positive or negative, but I know I kind of and also it's not total. There are a lot of people that still write novels with the intention of being novels.
Yeah, of course. It's just like,
those just aren't as like forward, or they don't get as much exposure as the ones that are clearly like, oh, we're gonna make a movie out of you.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, they're doing that, right? They're doing Fourth Ring adaptation, and really all of those, right? The Avatar, Red Rising.
This is kind of ass, but respect to them for getting it out and like making more money than me right now.
They published more books than I have, so like,
me too.
I fuck with you, like, go off.
Also, it's cool if you like Fourth Wing.
It's cool. It's cool if you like Fourth Wing. I'm glad that we had this whole conversation about book to screen adaptation, because the discussion of the day is going to be about Wicker. Just a little heads up for everyone else. But before we get to the discussion of the day, let's do some content catch up. So what content are you catching up on?
Yeah, so Fields of Mistria exited early release this week.
Fields of Mistria 1.0. Yeah.
Very exciting. I haven't played too much because, I'm working on my dissertation chapter. But
I've been playing it.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I really like it. I really like it so far. It feels this is your thing. So like, please cut me off when you have something to say. But it feels similar enough to Stardew Valley that I don't feel lost, and I like many of the additions.
Yay.
Yeah. Developed by NPC Studios, clearly inspired and responding to Concerned Apes' Stardew Valley. Play the same, but there's a jump button.
Cool
There's
team of devs.
magic. There are more. There's more diversity.
I love the character design.
Yeah, me too. So what's your what's your journey with the game been so far?
I felt like let's see. Well, one, I've been fishing a ton. I hate fishing in Stardew, but it's so easy in Fields of Mistria, which makes me want to fish more because I'm
not even that far. I haven't even gotten to fishing.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well, yeah, fishing is just you just kind of press a button. There's no meter where you're like you gotta keep it in the meter, keep the fish. It's really simple. I've just been trying to get my farm together, just talk to all the villagers, make sure I'm actually completing the like daily tasks. I actually like that the quests you have for the villagers don't expire.
They don't expire after a day. Yeah,
which I appreciate because I'm like so many of the quests I get, I'm like, well, how the fuck I'm gonna get tomatoes in 2 days, bitch? Be serious.
Do you know how long it takes to grow tomatoes? Be for real.
Be for real. But I also like what's it called? I'm trying to think. I think I mentioned this before, but I love the kids, like the dialogue with the kids. I think I find like, you know, of course kids aren't necessarily the characters that people are gonna put their foot in, you know, they usually save that for the romanceable characters. But I appreciate when the NPCs are like actually full and are interesting, and it's like
I feel like the kids are too everywhere I am. I feel like I get a little bit too many of the kids. I'm let me talk to a big sister, please. The kids are all in my fucking face, dude. Like, leave me alone. I'm gonna make the farmer my best friend. No, you ain't.
But is this not how kids really be?
That's exactly how kids be. I'm not friends with any kids.
But I think it's cute how they're like involved in the community. I don't know, at least talking to the Stardew kids, it really feels like y'all kind of weird.
Yeah, do y'all parents love you? Like, do people
like, why are you out right now? Where's your mother?
Why are you under this tree while it's raining? Where's your mom? Yeah.
Like, I feel like the kids in Mistria, I could believe that, you know, they're really mischievous and shit, but I know when their mom would be like, get your ass inside, I know they finna listen.
Yeah. But I've been playing a lot of Fields of Mistria. I've been streaming it.
Who do you like? What character?
So I've been streaming it. twitch.tv/Professor_Ludo.
Yeah,
always be plugging. Put a quick always be plugging sign up there. Yes. I actually had a really long conversation with my chat about who to romance. Yeah. And number one currently, much surprise to me, is March.
Why did you steal my number one?
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Which is he's not, because we've discussed this. I don't usually like the meanie bobini man.
Sure, right? Like Harvey. I feel like Harvey's too nice. He's handsome and big, but it feels like he coming on hard, strong.
Oh, you're talking about...
Is his name not Harvey? Did I get it wrong?
What? Because I was like, Harvey?
Is it not Harvey?
Is it? Hayden.
I've been calling him Harvey the whole time. I've been saying Harvey at every point.
You're starting brain right now.
Hayden. Yes,
I feel like Hayden's not really my type, which, like, maybe if he was real, like a nice man, I would pick over a mean man.
Yeah. But, like, I think on paper, my number one should have been Juniper.
Oh, yeah, she's
on paper, my number one was Juniper. And then on paper, my number two is Raina.
Okay.
But
that makes sense.
There's a scene at the bar. You know how they all get together on Friday nights?
Yes. I know what scene you're talking about.
Juniper and the Dr. Valen, like,
with the wine.
bicker. Yes, right? Like, they get sloshed and then fight. And I'm like, what's going on here? They
definitely had a thing.
What's going on here? It's giving like Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. It's like, this feels sapphic.
I hope.
Like that, I immediately was like, I don't want to pursue her. It feels like you want to kiss the doctor.
I could definitely see her as like, yay, Juniper. I do feel like I hope the characters like have things for each other. I like when they do that.
I hope so too.
Because I'm like, come on. It's just no way everyone suddenly discovered they have attraction when
everyone picked a life of solitude unless one like humble farmer comes to town and picks
when
them
they already
from the
have
crowd.
A sexy farmer, mind you.
Like, right. And they have sexy neighbors, right? You're all here.
The neighbor's sexy. Oh, you know who I didn't think I would like, but she been growing on me, like Celine.
Celine, I feel similarly. I think there's something about her being the first face you see every morning because her little house is closest to your farm. That very naturally but kind of aggressively endears you to her.
Yeah, like I give her different flowers every day.
Yeah, I don't do that, but but I also like Reina. I think Reina's really cute. She's kind of boring.
I don't know. I don't usually pick the characters who are just kind of nice.
Yeah, and March is mean. And I think there's something about like
it's cute when he's drunk.
I think there's the thing that I landed on my feelings towards March is I think the thing that I seek in a partner is a competitor. I like someone to compete with. Like me in real life, I love to argue. I love arguing.
I love to play fight.
I love a little recreational argument. That's my jam.
And then they was giving us beefing dialogue, like, you're just jealous of me.
Right. And it's like, oh yeah, no, this is actually the most endearing. Yeah, I really like March.
You know,
he's making me discover stuff about myself.
There is a love interest who I am waiting for. Who I don't know if it's.
Are they gonna get added, or are they just later in the game?
They're already in the game, but you might not realize they're a love interest.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's kind of obvious they're a love interest because there's a heart whenever you do their dialogue. I don't know if you met them yet, but
maybe
they're not exactly a human.
Oh, I saw the like shaded out thing. Who is it?
I don't.
Caladris?
Is that how you say
Caldaris?
Caldaris?
You mean the dragon?
Yeah.
You can date the dragon?
Yeah. Well, not as a dragon.
Oh, how do you? Oh,
I don't know. Yeah.
They get a human form. Oh,
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's not
why
me.
There's a heart by his name.
That's not me. That's not my jam. That's not my.
But honestly, it's probably gonna be Juniper or March.
He low-key looks. It's like Baylor with longer hair and horns. Like, yeah, you can keep that.
Baylor.
That's his name, right? Baylor. Balor.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Wait, I like him too. I forgot about him. Of course, I like him.
He's alright.
I feel like he's the person you would be like. I feel like that's who you think I would pick.
Yeah. I think like speaking of dating sims and stuff like that, I've been replaying Metaphor ReFantazio. Do you know what that is? Metaphor : ReFantazio.
Is that a dating sim?
No. In fact, there's no romance at all. But it's a Persona game that isn't Persona at all. It's not the same setting or the same like loop really, but it's made by Atlas, the company that makes Persona.
Don't get me started on dating there.
Yeah. And because it's like instead of what if high school dungeon crawling Persona game, it's like what if political coup dungeon crawling Persona game. I assumed there was gonna be romance the first time I tried playing it, and I got really far, but these games are really long. And there's none at all. And I was like really disappointed when I found out, to the point where I stopped playing. Because I was organizing. I was like, okay, this is definitely the person I'm gonna romance.
Not this, right? Not you had to pick out everything.
Right. In everything. Picked out in everything. Right. But there's no romance in this game. And I think for a while I was like, that game would have been perfect if there was a romance. But I'm trying to replay it. I'm trying to replay it, understanding there's no romantic love here. Only platonic. Like, there's lots of platonic love. Like, they love each other, but also they're on a political coup mission.
Somebody would kiss. Like, let's just be realistic.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I don't think every story needs romance, but I think fantasy, you really got to convince me that romance doesn't have a place. I think fantasy in general, there's got to be some saving, there's got to be some fighting, there's got to be some kissing. There's got to be some kissing. Come on. Exactly. Right? Even in Lord of the Rings, there's some kissing. Yeah. Because what's his name ends up with what's her face.
Bro, hold on, what are the names? You go on these epic ass journeys and nobody wants to kiss.
Aragorn. Oh my god, I'm totally
somebody hot kissed
on their names. I gotta look it up, otherwise everyone's gonna call me a frog. A frog?
Not
a
this.
Fraud. Aragorn, yes, nailed it. Who ends up with Arwen.
Spoilers.
The elven woman. What do you? First of all, this is 100-year-old text. Like, this bitch is old as hell.
I've seen it.
Don't come to me with that shit.
I saw the uncut version.
Whoa, uncircumcised. Yeah, no, I saw the local theater was doing like Lord of the Rings festival, and they did all three uncut with intermissions.
Oh yeah, this was the hot guy. Yeah,
Aragorn, played by
Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen. Yeah.
Fine man.
But also, Lord of the Rings could have had more kissing. Sam and Frodo could have kissed.
There wasn't.
Sam and Frodo could have kissed. There was room for them
Game
to
of Thrones said
Legolas and Gimli could have kissed.
They said hold my something.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Too much kissing.
Low-key, too much kissing. Too much kissing.
I will say though,
there's plenty of kissing, not enough love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I guess with Game of Thrones, the whole thing is like, damn, we have our fun fantasy kissing, and then we gotta remember like they was fucking the cousins, the siblings were fucking, they was probably stanky too. It was not a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm playing Metaphor ReFantazio. It's still a really good game. I think they do it. I think it's really funny that not that many. I don't think there are many people who have tried to adapt or evolve the Persona formula, despite them being so popular, except Atlas. And I think it's really fun that they evolved their own formula more successfully than anyone else by themselves, and that's really cool. Like Metaphor is really good. It's really good, and I think the thing that has been different for me this time around, going into it with the mindset of like there is no romance here, is like that. In taking the place of romance are the stakes of the cause. Right, looking back at the Persona games, even though all of those games have stakes built into their plots, most of the stakes are local. But these stakes are like for the foundation of their society. Not that that would eliminate a need for romance, but I think love of people is on display much more in a way that I don't think we get very often, especially in fantasy. Right? It's not just I'm doing this for the love of my life, or I'm doing this for the friends I made along the way. It's like no. People are being hurt, and the biggest form of love we can enact is one of revolution, which I think is a bar. Play Metaphor. If you feel interested in Persona, but if the biggest thing holding you back from Persona is the school aspect, play Metaphor.
I mean, I can't say I'm here for Persona for the romance. I mean, you already know how I feel about who I can romance in Persona anyway. So.
Sure. Make him gay! I want to kiss the boys!
They have the most chemistry!
Yeah. A friend of mine is playing Persona 5 right now, and it's like, it's crazy how much all the boys want to kiss you so bad.
The blonde boy, whose name I always forget?
Ryuji.
That's my OTP. If I was younger, I would have been on there reading fan fiction about them.
There's still time.
True. Why even hurt myself? I'm just gonna go watch actual boys kiss.
You're so right. You're so right. We have so much internet full of boys kissing.
There's so much anime and manga and boy love. I'm like,
yeah. Speaking of romantic love, let's get to the discussion of the day. Leah, have you seen the trailer for Wicker?
You know damn well I saw that Wicker trailer.
With the cinemas being as hot as they are now, like movies are back, Loki. Like
we're back, baby.
We're fucking back in the cinema. We're back. People have been watching the Odyssey and Spider-Man and Obsession before that, right? The big year for movies. We're back. And because of that, there have been a lot more pockets of discourse based on trailers that we've been seeing. Like there's the what is the one with not Christina Hendricks? What's her name?
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain. What is that one called? The Other Mommy. Yes, Other Mommy. I saw a bunch of people talking about that.
Scare the fuck out of me
because the trailer scares the hell out of you. Yeah, no, I jumped in those seats. I
jumped and I like knew what was gonna happen because I saw screenshots of it and I still jumped.
Yeah, no, that shit scared the hell out of me. It was really disturbing. And so that's one. And the other thing that I've seen a lot of people talking about is this trailer for Wicker. Leah, what's Wicker?
Wicker is a movie and it's directed by let's see Alex Huston Fisher and Eleanor
You got it.
Her name's not Eleanor sorry, Eleanor Wilson. I'm trying to see if there's like other work. I don't recognize anything.
Yeah, let's see.
Else they've
Alex Fisher, Eleanor Wilson
directed. Yeah. But it's cool.
Yeah, none of these seem like particularly.
Yeah. So maybe this is like their first big thing. So good for them. It's produced by Olivia Colman and let's see,
Elizabeth
starring.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No. I was gonna start saying some of the stars, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's starring Olivia Colman, of course, and Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, Alexander, the guy that we know by your first name.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has a good cast. It also has Peter Dinklage is playing the basket weaver, who is, no spoilers, but somebody has to make the Wicker husband.
Wait, hold on. Give the tagline first. We haven't explained what Wicker actually is.
So it's this woman who is ostracized in her village. She's like a fisher woman.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she goes to the basket man. She hasn't got no hoes, no friends, no motion. She's like, basket man. Whack. Make me a Wicker. Can you make me a Wicker husband, please? And he's like, oh hell yeah, shorty, I got you. So he makes her a Wicker husband, and she's like, damn, he fine as fuck. And they just having a jolly old time. And of course, the whole village is like, damn. It was fine when she's like down bad and got no motion, no hoes, but we don't like seeing her having a good time when we're not actually having a good time either. And that's the premise of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the reason, I think just the way you described that, it seems pretty, it's nothing like too crazy. Like we just saw Frankenstein a year ago, right?
Yeah. But this is
like, it's horny. It's like really AO3, like Wattpad type sexy horny fun. And Alexander Skarsgård plays the Wicker Man, and I'm probably gonna see this movie.
I'm
this
gonna
will
be
be the second time in a year that I'm seeing
row.
Alexander Skarsgård's character's dick.
Yeah,
because he was also in Pygmalion, which is also really good. It's also a really good movie.
Did you say Pygmalion?
Did I say Pygmalion? What did I mean? Not Pygmalion.
You meant.
Oh my god. What is he in?
Pelion.
Thank you. Pelion.
Yes.
Not Pygmalion.
Second prosthetic
Pygmalion's
dick
on the mind
year.
because of the Wicker Man. Wicker guy. Yeah. And so the reason that people are talking about this movie so much is because the trailer's fucking horny. the trailer shows
his dick.
Apparently the UK trailer fully shows his wick.
Yeah.
His erect wick. They see it stretching out the wicker and stuff like that.
Isn't it interesting how we don't get to be as horny as the UK? And I wouldn't say they're particularly not conservative, but
yeah,
they can cuss and show dick and balls more, at least.
Yeah,
not on HBO.
And I think this also might just be probably our algorithms. I'm willing to bet that it seems like so much of the discussion and discourse around this comes from one half of like book talk girlies going, finally, our time to shine. One of ours made it through, right? Like it's
like 8-inch unwoven uncut.
Like this is their Jackie Robinson getting accepted. It's like, finally, one of ours made the league.
I'm happy for them and myself.
And then the other half is like, what the hell is it? Like there's like an entire community of people that are just discovering monster fuckers for the first time.
Oh, it's cute because like last year it was like they discovered like boys kissing for the first time. Heated rivalry.
Every year they're gonna unlock a new thing to fetishize.
A new thing I discovered when I was 13. Oh, after hours, not after. Fuck.
Office
hours.
Always be plugging.
Hours at
our after show office hours.
Remind me to tell the story about how I discovered my first monster fucking ship. I guess. Yes.
Okay. But they don't. A lot of the people I've seen reacting to it don't seem particularly enthused. They seem like concerned.
Upset.
Like, oh, this is what you guys like? First of all, yes.
Hell yeah.
But second of all, one, can we talk about monster fucking?
Yeah. What's the appeal?
What's the appeal? And why does that not translate across the aisle? You know what I mean?
I think straight up, like, there's just always going to be a sect of people who they can't get behind the non-human connection. I guess that is essentially what monster fucking is. They're like, their brains are just, they're really, I don't want to say straight, because obviously everyone who's not into it is straight. But
normative?
It's very very normative approach to romance and, and just love, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Because I saw there's one thing. Do you follow Machiavelli?
Yeah.
She made a TikTok about it that I saw, and she was like, "What is this?" And a bunch of her community was like, "We thought you were with us. We thought this was exactly your alley." And so this was like her first exposure, and it's so interesting that so many people are first exposure to it.
Like, oof, what kind of childhood did I have? What was I doing?
Right. Like, are we liberated or exposed to? Like, you know what I mean? Was this a failing or a privilege? Being exposed to these non-normative expressions of sexuality, such as something that would come up in Wicker, compared to other people, right? Like, what do we gain from having this movie? Because I think in a weird way, I think we need more stories about sex.
I agree.
I think there should be more stories, and I don't mean like pornography. I'm not saying there should be more.
Yeah,
like,
but like, see how this is
hardcore
obviously not
stuff.
porn. You know, even
Yeah.
though there's like mentions of, and like, you know, she's having sex at multiple points.
Yeah.
But I think,
and it's like on display that it's clearly a part of the narrative they're trying to tell.
I like how it's like the loneliness is just as, like, the sex is just as much coming into play as like the loneliness and all the other emotions perhaps she's feeling. Like, she's lonely and she's horny, and that's the human experience a lot.
And I do applaud them for using Olivia Colman. How old is Olivia Colman?
Yeah, she's because, you know, at least when you read the original short story, it seems like it's like a younger woman, you know. Like, you know,
she's, what,
someone
50?
in like their early 20s. But I think honestly the story even resonates even more, making her like this older woman.
Yeah, because I think thematically she's 52. There's something I think so. Wicker is based on a short story. Wicker is based on a short story called The Wicker Husband by Ursula Wills Jones. And in that, the protagonist is merely the ugly girl. And I think girl indicates a youngness, indicates a youth.
Yeah.
And the emphasis on her ugliness and she's described as stout and hideous. And clearly there is a gender conversation there, while this film is having a different gender conversation. Because, like, I mean, Olivia Colman isn't like an IG model, but she's a pretty woman. She has a history, right, where she has played love interests and things. Clearly there is a, like, no, I don't think, like, Olivia Colman, from the trailers I've seen, her ugliness is not based on her stoutness or her face. It is based on her job and her age.
Yeah.
Right? She missed the boat of marriage, and that she's grown older and increasingly more unappealing.
Which I'm even thinking how, of course, initially you see it as a story of like just straight up monster fucking, but we kind of see like the monstrous side of how like of gender with women. So someone like Olivia Colman, who's like older and like a spinster, and how even often how older women's desire is kind of regarded as like, you ever hear how people talk about like your libido goes crazy when you get to that age, even thinking of it as something also like monstrous. So I think a lot of like how even the villagers are viewing her is coming out of like, oh, she dares to be her age and like and dares to be horny and like have sex and enjoy herself, all that. Like, that's the other side of, and I think it was actually like a great thematic move by
like, how dare you be undesirable and yet seek desire.
And then also
and then get it.
You see in the story how like the people in the town are like, wait, the Wicker Man, he fine, like he looks good, and you're not attractive or appealing as like we find him. Like, after the initial like, it's a monster, it's like, oh wait, we like him but we don't like you.
I also think so, like, we read the short story, and first I think the short story is cute. I think it's really fun. It's very short.
My students in my what's it called, my fairy tales class. That would be fun to show.
I think an interesting short little romp. No sex in it.
Nope. Like, it's implied.
There's an implication of like they spent the night together, and he was devoted in certain ways.
Like, you see little intimacies, like her sitting in his lap. Nothing like boning.
Really, the only physicality that they describe, they say that she's like fat and ugly, and he's big and handsome, right? And he's broad shoulders, and he has like all these things to describe his attract. Like, he is an object and gets the like more objectified adjectives, which I think is a big part of both the film and the short story, right? Like, where the protagonist woman is outside of her role by being ugly, therefore shouldn't be desirable by the hierarchy we've all established, yet is getting wicked down.
Yeah.
Getting all wickered
like she gets
up.
to be ugly and desired and have someone fully devoted to her.
That like breaks the system in a feminine way, whereas he is an object, and being an object that enjoys serving,
his entire purpose is to serve her.
That also breaks the hierarchy for masculinity. And so
I even like, where's that line? It was like something about kind men, like even the kindest men, you know, like never mind.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
We have the power.
Like, where is
it? When he wouldn't do the fire? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
From this, the ugly girl came to understand that there are some things you cannot ask a man to do, even if he is very kind. Because in the short story, and I guess spoilers for the movie, because it's in the short story. Spoilers for the movie, that isn't out yet. The Wicker husband would do all kinds of tasks for her gladly, but he didn't want to start or be near the fire because he's made a Wicker, go figure. And like the lesson she learned there is even really kind men, you can't make do everything.
Yeah, like there's not even like what's it called, the glazing of the men, but like see how he's a great man, but he can't,
and he's imperfect in his like perfection, I guess, for lack of better works, which I think is valuable, right? Like I think something that soapbox, let me stop my soapbox, something that a lot of young men are afraid of is the failure, and the thing in that fear of being inadequate, particularly when it comes to sex and attractiveness, is what drives a lot of young men to the alt-right and to the manosphere. Granted, it's that in tandem with like capitalism and just general patriarchy and honest like racist, like all the isms and stuff like that. But one thing that you can describe more specifically is that there's that fear of being inadequate, and no matter what, you will always be imperfect. And for some reason, that is a worse fate than violence for a lot of young men. And I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to help them. Because like even though they are victimizers, they are also victims of things that came before them. And let me steer back, because this is a very like woman forward thing, and I don't want to spend the whole time talking about men. What, may I ask, does the inclusion of those explicit sexual moments in the film version of this short story add, like thematically, that the original short story might be missing, might have needed? What do you think the sex adds? Because I know a lot of people feel like sex scenes are just writ large unnecessary, especially now with the with the rise in puritanism. Oof, big burp. I'm so sorry. Why turn this movie into this AO3 fever dream?
I think by making her desire tangible and something for you to see, especially with them aging her up, I feel like thematically it almost illustrates even more like what everyone had a problem with her about. And like I feel like in the story, I wouldn't say her desire is necessarily like considered monstrous. Like she's considered ugly
Mm-hmm.
and unmarried, so in that sense she's not, desirable, or she's
Mm-hmm.
like outcasted. But I think with it becoming a movie and then like shifting her up in age, I feel like I okay, I don't.
No, no,
I feel like okay,
I got it. I got it. Because I think one of the things I said earlier was the reaction to her is, how dare she want?
yeah,
But I think that's wrong. And what you said here kind of like refreshed the way this works. She's supposed to want,
yeah.
right?
She's not supposed to
When it
have
comes to
something.
a hierarchy, the people beneath you are supposed to want what you have, right? That's the whole reason the pyramid works in that way.
Yeah,
They're supposed to want what's
and
above
it's
them.
okay for you to have something if that doesn't like interrupt, like, if you
Yeah.
don't touch what they have. But what she's done, they realize, like, with how he's like, I feel like we see it a lot in the short story. They're like, oh, my husband doesn't
Yeah.
do that shit for me,
Like you're
so what I
supposed to want
get.
what I have, but to get something that I don't have, right? A handsome husband that is devoted to you and serves you gladly is something that exists outside, not even just above, but outside of that
Yeah,
hierarchy that they have set up in the world, but also we really have set up now. And so I think to help answer like what is the merit of making this kind of the smutty romantasy, it's not romantasy, that is a more specific genre, but just sexy rom-com. It is to visually represent how she is breaking out of the hierarchy set onto her.
yes.
You're supposed to be desperately wanting somebody to wick you down, but you're not supposed to get it.
Yeah,
And when you get it, it's definitely not supposed to be better than mine. How dare you step out of your place? Right? And also I think it's like outside of the plot itself, just socially, I think it is valuable to show the storytelling value of sex and sexuality, and to demonstrate the humanity of that spinster age of women.
I fully agree,
Like,
especially
yeah,
when, yeah, just how no, I feel like I'm
yeah,
just repeating myself at once,
do
but
it.
like just the desire is just really, it's not some monstrous like mystical thing. It's just very human to want to fuck, no matter what age you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not something reserved for the young
It,
or
it it
anything.
is
So
so it
yeah.
is so natural. It's so natural that we actually need it to propagate. You know what I mean?
It made me.
In fact, hey, you
And
know
you.
what? I gotta admit, it made me. It made me too. If you're listening,
It made you.
it made you. It made you.
Maybe. I did know girls in high school. They were like from a test tube, or well, no, that they were in vitro.
In vitro. In vitro.
But like there was like 5 of them. Like their parent like purposely wanted like quads or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, never mind.
Yeah.
They played lacrosse.
So true. Unless you were in vitro, then it made you. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really excited for this, and I'm excited but really nervous for whatever discourse may follow, because I do think there's going to be a like, I don't want sex in my movie like backlash. And it's like,
it pains me seeing it, especially from like younger Gen Z, because I'm like, why are we repeating these patterns? Please, come on, man.
I think I feel for the people that refuse to see the merit of a thematically relevant, plot relevant sex scene, because a lot of people can't get out of their own ways. But sometimes it is super necessary. Like, what my favorite movie is Moonlight, and you need the scene of them on the beach. Like, you need the scene of them doing the hands on the beach. And yes, it is a sex scene, but it's so pivotal and defining in this boy's arc, both with his sexuality, but both just becoming a person, that to not show it would be to undercut it. And obviously the main difference, or the biggest difference between Moonlight and Wicker, is Moonlight's not a comedy. It's taken very seriously. It is straightforward. And this is haha funny. Like, you can hear the music in the trailer and like bum 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 bum, bum, right? It is more funny, but I don't know. I think it's necessary. I hope people give it a shot and aren't too weird about it.
I hope it gets a good release.
I hope it gets a good release. I hope there's good ads. I think the best ad it could have been is just getting to be in the pre-roll for the Odyssey and Spider-Man and stuff like that.
And honestly, I would love to see it do well, because obviously we have our big blockbusters that are performing super well, like Spider-Man breaking records, but also I want to see like the smaller scale movies making money and whatnot.
Like a couple years ago, when the like Marvel, the superhero industrial complex was really at its lowest point, the thing that people said was, we want to see original movies, which was a lie, because original movies exist all the time and you guys aren't seeing them. But now people are watching, they just like to say that
movies, whenever a fucking live action movie drops,
right?
They're like, where is?
And I agree. Stop adapting shit. Stop adapting shit. But I hope people see this movie just because it is an original thing, and I think it'll be interesting. And I hope nothing catastrophic happens in regards to any of the people or any of the process before it gets released in October.
Because love the cast. I even saw how they slipped. I like how they slipped Dev Patel in there, but there's no idea, like no mention of like who he's gonna be. Yeah. But they're like, Google was like, I know you want to see that he's there.
I know what you want. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm loving how Alexander Skarsgård is just.
He's really on a freak run. Him and all the Skarsgårds are like really on a freak run.
They're
playing weird little guys
right now.
Yeah. Oh wow, Dev Patel is.
Yeah, love.
Wait,
him.
No, I'm not seeing him in the casting. Never mind.
Wait, you're not?
No,
did they lie to me.
I think you were lied to. I think you're spreading misinformation.
Look! I'm not tripping. Look, I'm sharing my screen right now.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, but I'm on IMDb and I don't see him in there.
Okay, I just wanted to be known that it's Google, not me.
Okay.
If this is the case.
I think you were lied to. Anyway, while we wait for Wicker to come out, Leah, where can they find us?
You can find us on any app that has podcasts, so Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all them Johns. And you can also find us on Patreon.
And on Patreon, for $5 a month, you get access to our after show office hours, where we're a little bit riskier, a little bit looser, and partake in some legal substances. And if you want to know what the fun we're getting into this time, here's a quick sneak peek.
Proud Family movie,
goated. Low key. No, never mind.
Wait.
I think low key #1 Cheetah Girls.
Wait, low-key, I thought of something I did to my sister when we were younger. So you know the Peanut Man? When he, you get to the end.
Yeah.
And the scientist, you see like his true form, which is like a black peanut looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell my sister he was like hiding on the ceiling and like watching us.
So if you can afford it, please send it our way. If not, please like, comment, and subscribe the video. And until we see you next, stay black, stay nerdy, and read books.
Go read that.
Read the short story, The Wicker Husband. Wicker Husband by Ursula. Was it? Oh my god, I just said it.
Ursula
Wills Jones. Go read The Wicker Husband. Yeah, I thought it was cute. I thought it was a fun little
It was.
read.
I was laughing a
Good
little
little
bit.
read.
Yeah.